Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome to another episode of Hellish in the Kitchen. This time I asked you for suggestions about what you should think I should do in the kitchen today, and I chose Tidmouth Milk 12's suggestion. He says, a Hellish burger, if there is such a thing. If not, invent it. Well, there sort of is, because every time I make a burger, I make it with eggs in. I like eggs, I like omelettes and any meal that contains eggs. If I'm having a bap or a sandwich, fling an egg in it, pretty much every time. So that's what we're going to do today. So first things first, let's get an onion. There. What we need to do is chop our onion up. Now, you can either very carefully cut your onion using a knife, as per normal, similar to what I'm doing now. Or you can use a special gadget like this. Okay, what you need to do if you're going to be if you're not using a gadget, is just chop it very, very finely, because you don't want massive lumps of onion in your burger. If you are using the gadget, what you need to do is just get your onion into a couple of chunks, like that. You don't have to do any more cutting than that. And very gently and carefully pop it in there and chop it up. Once you have very carefully chopped up your onion, we need to fry it. Pan, oil, hob. And we'll pop it in. Done. Give it a little wiggle. So we've got our onions on the go. What's the next job? Well, the next job is to prepare our actual burgery bits. So, bowl, meat, eggs. Now this is where we pop our eggs in. Normally, if you're making a large amount of meat, you would use probably just one egg. But I use one egg for at least every burger you're going to make out of this. I'm going to try and make 2 burgers, so I'm going to put in 2 eggs. And the only way really to get into it now is with your hands. Mix up those eggs with the meat. Try not to squish the meat. Try and just kind of mix it like that. Like that. Just mix it very gently. Like that. What am I doing? Now you can hear our onions well and truly sizzling away. And we want to make sure that they're not getting too burned. So we're going to give them a bit of a mix. That's fine. Now you may notice that I was using a red onion. You can use a red onion or a normal onion, I don't care, you use what you want. We're going to put some seasoning now into our burger mix. Bit of salt, bit of pepper, and nothing else. This burger is actually going to be quite healthy for you, especially if you use lean mince. This mince was like 5% fat. We've got some eggs in there, that's protein, quite good for you. And then a bit of onion. There's not a lot of bad stuff in this. Our onions are now nice and brown, so we're going to dump that in here. Now remember, they're hot, so probably not use your hands anymore. Spoon. So now we're mixing in the onions, the seasoning, the egg, and the raw meat. Just folding it over. We're not going to smash it. You're not going to punch it to pieces. There are recipes where you do a lot of punching. This is not a recipe where you do a lot of punching, it's gentle. So let's get a pan on and get ready to cook it. Okay, now we've got a larger pan on the hob, a little bit of oil in it, not much, just a tiny bit, and we're bringing the heat up, and it's nice and warm. There's 2 ways we can make these burgers. We can either grab dollops in our hand, chuck them in the pan, and then poke them with a spoon until they're kind of burger shaped, or we can do it posh and use rings. That's what I'm going to do. So, rings in the pan, let's get our mixture in. Okay, so I want 2 burgers out of this, so roughly half. Let's have a look. Is that a good amount of butter? Yeah, it's going to be plenty. I'm going to dollop that in there. Wonderful. And this one in here. Oh, yeah. And just pour it in, if you've got rings. If you haven't got rings, you can get them a lot of cheap places, you know, places where you go and they've got everything, you know what I mean? Home store places, stuff like that. Look at that, there we go. So we're going to leave them now to sizzle away on a low heat. We don't want them too hot. Because they're really thick with those rings, they need to cook all the way through. So it's the lowest possible heat on this hob, and we're just going to let it gently sizzle away. Well, while they're cooking, we can prepare our actual burger baps. Now what you have in your baps is up to you. I'm going to have lettuce and cheese. That's what I fancy. Bread, lettuce, cheese. What I'm going to do with the cheese is I'm going to take a block, I'm going to cut it the other way. I'm going to try to anyway. Yeah. Steady. Steady. Getting a bit thin. Getting a bit thick. Oh yes. Cheese. Real cheese. None of this fake cheese. Cheese that's pretending to be cheese. I'm just cheese. No, I don't look like him. So after making a nice, moderately healthy burger, we're putting great big slabs of cheese in it. Oh dear. Okay, it's time to turn our burgers and give them a little cook on the other side. Let's get a spatula and get under our burger, turn it over. There we go. Now for the most part, that went well. With a little bit of stuff around the outside, that's not a problem. There we go. Pat them down, turn the heat up a little bit. And there we go, they just need to cook. Now, there's nothing really much else left to do, so it's time to tidy up. And, well, there's only one way to do that, isn't there? Perfect, great. So all we've got to do now is let these cook and build them up. Okay, so it's time to try and remove the rings, and we're going to do this very carefully. Yeah. Oh. Oh yes. There's one. Let's just put that over here. Little wiggle. Oh. Oh yeah. Perfect. So these have been cooking away for quite some time, and it's now time to build our burger. Now, if you're not sure whether they're ready or cooked, just take one of the burgers, put a slice down from the middle out to the edge and just open it up slightly. Make sure there's no red, no pink, nothing in there. Make sure it's brown all the way through. Well, let's get started then. Let's take our bread. I'm not going to put any butter on, that's just my personal preference. You may want to do so. And let's take one of our burgers and just lift it out. Come on, come here, you little beggar. There we go. Oh, wonderful. And then I'm going to place cheese directly upon the hot burger and some lettuce as well that has been freshly smashed to pieces. A bit of lettuce. There we go. We have it. One hellish burger. Well, there you go, my hellish burgers. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. I'm certainly going to enjoy eating these. Thank you very much for watching. If you've got any thoughts, ideas or questions, please pop them in the comments, along with any suggestions about what else you'd like to see in Hellish in the Kitchen. I'm going to go and eat these now. If you've enjoyed this episode and want to see more, please subscribe. You'll also be able to see all my gaming, airsofting and other things that I do. But there we go, that's all for now. Thank you very much for watching, and until I see you next time, goodbye.